If you understand tenses, then 70% of your English is solved. Because tenses are not grammar, they are time plus action. And this video is going to change your direction completely. From today, we are going to start a new series, grammar series. We will make our grammar strong day by day, step by step. Hello everyone, my name is Neetu and welcome to my YouTube channel, English Journey with Neetu. Now the question is, what should we learn in grammar? Well, the most important topics are: this is the complete grammar roadmap that I have designed for all my learners who want to refine their English communication skills and speak fluent English. We will focus on our topics: tenses, parts of speech, idioms and proverbs, phrasal verbs, and some phrases also. Out of all these, tenses play the most important role. In fact, around 90% of spoken English depends on tenses. Although there are the 12 tenses in English, but we mainly use just 4 to 5 tenses about 90 to 90% of time. These 4 main topics which will make your English strong automatically. So from today, we are starting with our first topic, tenses. Tenses are very important because without tenses, you cannot make correct sentences. Look at this chart carefully. In English, there are 3 main time frames: past, present and future. And each these has 4 types: indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. That's why 3 into 4 equal to 12 tenses. Now here is the most important thing you need to understand. Each tense follows the same pattern. Only the time changes, past, present or future. In daily spoken English, you don't need all 12 tenses. Around 90% of conversation use just 4 to 5 tenses. So don't get confused. Focus on understanding the pattern, not memorizing everything. We will learn, we will practice, and we will speak English confidently, step by step, day by day. So if you want to learn spoken English properly with a grammar roadmap, then just follow this series, like this video, share it to your family, your friends, and don't forget to subscribe your own channel, English Journey with Neetu. So let's dive into the topic. If you are always confused about I wake up versus I am waking up, then mastering the present indefinite tense. This is the foundation of English. It's how we talk about our daily routines, habits, and universal truths, and journal facts also. By the end of this video, you will know exactly when to add an S to your verbs and how to use do and does like a pro. Before starting our first topic, tenses, I want to say that first you go and learn the form of verbs. Yes, form of verbs are very important because of a form of verbs, you can find the tense, time or action, that on which time, present time, past time or future time, the action is performed. The action was performed, the action has performed. So first go and learn the basic, at least basic daily used form of verbs. These are very important. Now the question is, when and why we use present indefinite tense in spoken English? Actually, we use present indefinite tense when we talk about our habits, daily routines, journal facts and universal truths, and the things we do repeatedly, and the facts that do not change. For example, the sun rises in the east. So just keep this in your mind. And there are some keywords which describe that this is a present indefinite tense. For example, always, usually, every day, often, never. If you listen these words, then you understand that this is the present indefinite tense. So these are the clue keywords. So just keep these keywords in your mind when you are in conversation with someone. Next is sentence structure and the S rules. Sentence structure is very simple. First, subject. Subject is a doer जो काम कर रहा है. Then base form of the verb and plus object. Object जिसके ऊपर काम हो रहा है. And the subjects is divided into two groups, group A and group B. In group A, I, you, we, they. These use only base verb, no SEIS. But in second group, group B, he, she, it singular noun always use S or ES. So just keep these rules in your mind. Now there is a quick tip, bonus tip for all of you. If the verb ends in O, CH, SH, SS, X, Z, then you add ES with the base form of verb. And the structure is same, subject plus base form plus S or ES plus object. So just keep this in your mind. Now the introduction of do or does. When we use do or does in present indefinite tense, well, if we are talking about in negative or interrogative sentences, then we use do or does. We are not using any other helping verb, is, am, are. No, we are using do or does in negative or in interrogative. The structure is so simple. For group A, I, you, we, they, or any plural noun, then we use subject plus do not, don't plus base form of verb plus object. For example, they do not play football. And in group B, he, she, it, any singular noun, we use does not या फिर doesn't. The structure is simple, subject plus doesn't या फिर does not plus base form of verb plus object. For example, she does not walk to school. To make present negative, put do not या फिर don't or does not या फिर doesn't before the base form always. So this is the introduction of do or does in present indefinite tense. In questions or interrogative tenses, we always use do or does before the subject plus base form of verb plus object. For example, does he work here? This is so simple. We are not using any other helping verb is, am, are. We always use do or does in negative or in interrogative tenses. In interrogative tenses, do or does used before the subject always. And don't forget the question mark in the end of the sentence. If you are writing, then use it. And if you are using this sentence in spoken English, then pause for 2 seconds. Now there is a crucial rule. When does appear, the S on the main verb, base verb, disappears. Yes, keep this in your mind. You cannot use both S with base verb and does. If you are using does in negative or in interrogative sentence, then you cannot use S with the base form. The base form only used, no S or ES add to it. So just keep this in your mind. I hope you all understand. Write one sentence about your daily routine in the comments please, using what you just learned in this video. And if this helped to you, hit the like button and subscribe for our next lesson on the present continuous tense. And now we will do 5 practice tenses. As you can say that if grammar roadmap is a foundation of building of spoken English, then the vocabulary is bricks. Yes, blocking bricks. So vocabulary and grammar both are essential to speak fluently in English. So if you also want to strong your vocabulary, then don't forget videos. I have uploaded here 100 vocabulary C1 C2 level advanced words. Now this is the practice sheet. We will practice the 5 tenses. First is multiple choice. He dash work or works as a fireman. Now tell me what will come here. I give you 5 seconds. The answer is he works as a fireman. Next is negative challenge. They dash mushrooms. Do not like or does not like. 5 seconds for you. do not like. Next fact check. The water dash at 100 degrees. This is the universal fact, journal fact. Voil or voiles? Voiles. Next is the question trap. Dash your father a teacher. Do or is? As we know, we don't use any other helping verb. We use only do or does as helping verb. So we will use here does. No do or no is. Use does here. Okay. Next is spelling check. She dash tries or tries very hard. Second, tries. IES. I hope now you clearly understand when and how to use present indefinite tense in spoken English. If you want a practice sheet, just comment below. I will share the link with you. But don't stop here. Start applying this tense in your real life situations. Train your brain to think directly in English. Okay? Till then, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.